Okay, David. So a 1-1 draw today in the FA Cup against Emley. Is it a case of chances missed and disappointment on that front more than?
Yeah, it feels a bit like a loss conceding so late, and we had plenty of chances to win it. He really probably tested Tomo twice in the game, a couple of low downs to his right at the near post, and until the goal. So disappointing that we didn't finish it today. I thought we had the chances too. I thought Keaton had a gilt-edged chance, but there were a couple of others. Eden at the back post, Shane at the back post. A couple of balls flashed across the box, where perhaps a little bit more composure, a little bit more quality would have seen us through. But we've got to pick ourselves up. Said to the players, we've got to pick ourselves up. It feels sickening now, but we've got to go again Tuesday against a very good outfit who will be probably better at home than they were today.
Do you take the positives out of today in that we played some really good football at times today? Like you said, we made some really good chances, just didn't finish them against a team who, albeit were in the league below, but featured players like Ruben Jerome, Danae Lawrence, and Ira Gooden as well. That's got to be a positive.
Yeah, we played some good football, but the cup football's by winning, and we didn't win. So you can play nice football, doesn't mean anything. I think against Bamber we had 20-something% possession. I know we played good football on the break, but the difference was we were clinical. And today, those big moments where the chances fell, we weren't. I thought on the whole we defended pretty well, and just switched off for the goal. So probably at the moment far more frustration than anything else.
In terms of the goal we actually scored, I think up there with one of the good goals this season in terms of the all-round move. Luke Barlow hits probably a 60-yard diagonal pass, and Nicky Clee's touch and ball and Jack Bannister's finish is a really good goal. Is it something that you've worked on in training that? Because I think about 10 minutes later almost had the exact same chance as well.
Not specifically that pattern, but we're very, very big on fullback stepping in. It's something we talk about a lot. And so when that opportunity comes, we want the fullbacks to be high. We know all of our centre halves have got the ability to pick that pass. It was a great ball by Luke, played with loads of pace. I mean, Nicky touch, then he nips it through the legs of the defender, and then a really good cross. And Jack was composed, thought he hit it first time, but really composed, had a touch, and a very good finish. Probably the time when we got all bits right. I think every other time we got the first bit right and didn't quite get the finish, or the ball wasn't quite right. But when it comes together, it's good. It's just got to come together more often.
In terms of the replay, we go again this Tuesday. Thoughts on that one?
Probably needs a little bit of time to reflect. We'll get the video up tonight. We'll have a watch of it. We'll assess where we are in terms of bodies. A few tired legs out there today. Carl will clearly be missing. Kane should be back, assuming everything's gone okay at the wedding. Higman wedding, anything could happen. We should have Kane back, so we've got options. We'll assess in the next 24 hours. We've talked about a few things, but there's no knee-jerk reactions. We'll watch it back. We'll see where players are at. I'm confident that if we can, whatever side we put out, I'm confident that we've got enough to win the game. If we apply ourselves properly, if we concentrate, if we work hard, and if we're right in those big moments, we just weren't today.
Like you just said there, Callum Lee came off in the second half with what looked like a really nasty injury. Any update on that?
Yeah, he's dislocated his shoulder. We don't know how bad a dislocation. Just talking to Chloe, best case, if it's a pretty kind of clean kind of outlet, can we pop back in? It's probably about 2 or 3 weeks. If there's any ligament damage or anything else in there, it could be longer. He's at hospital now, so to have it assessed. We will know more probably tomorrow. It's a shame because he's come inside, he's done really well. He's a different type of midfielder from the others we've got. But we're now in a position where we've talked about this a lot. We need the squad and other players now get opportunities. Callum will be back, and I'm absolutely certain that he's a quality footballer. It's just a real shame, and hopefully it's not too serious.
And he looked really good in today's game as well. His passing and a couple of times broke up play as well looked very good today.
He's been playing in that sort of slightly deeper of the three midfielders, and he's been doing the role exceptionally well. Today he had a responsibility to kind of look after their runners, and I thought he was disciplined. I thought he broke things up well. I thought his passing was good. He's really, really good at kind of keeping the ball ticking over and moving us side to side, and then has the ability to kind of play that killer ball when it's on. So he's a loss. There's no doubt about it. He is a loss because he is a little bit different from the other lads we've got in there.
In terms of not finishing chances. I think if you go back 12 months, I think we probably sat here and talked about how we were scoring bucketfuls of goals, but not defending particularly well. What needs to change in terms of, because defensively, like you said, we've looked pretty solid, and we've conceded one at the death because we've switched off, but it's just that finishing touch at the edge. We probably could have had 3 or 4 before
A little
the
bit of
equaliser.
composure. Forwards are strange creatures. They work off confidence so much. And Eden hasn't scored for a couple of games, and I think a couple of chances that came to him. One he sort of misjudged and sort of got between his head and a volley. One at the end he sort of connected really well, but just put it past the near post. Keane had just gone on the pitch when he had his big chance. Then the instinctive header, which Keane does so well, and he was really unlucky. It was a good save. So it's a little bit around confidence. I think once forwards get those, and we work on training. We're doing loads of things to get them used to hitting the back of the net. Pretty much every last couple of weeks. I think the last 3 Thursdays we've done a little bit extra for the forwards who want to stay, just to get them used to hitting the back of the net, and just for it to become almost habit around the movements and the finishes. And it's like when it comes to it, it's just natural. And it's as simple as that. The more they do it in training, the more they do it in games. They'll score a couple of goals, confidence comes. I'd be worried if we weren't getting in there. I'd be much more worried if we weren't getting in there. I'm happy with the forwards we've got. Things will come.
And we go Tuesday. Thoughts on getting as many fans down there as possible for this
Yeah, it's
Tuesday
not far. It's just over the hill. We had a really good noisy group of fans today. I thought the atmosphere was really good. Emley are well supported. I thought they travelled well. Hopefully we do the same. I think it'll be a good cup side. Saw today that they're a good side. They've got some excellent players going forward. Very honest defensively, decent in midfield. They wanted to get it down and play and ask questions, and they've got a good deck up there, so it should be a really good cup side. Certainly not an easy game, but it should be a really good cup side for the fans. Hopefully we'll get a few on, maybe a few neutrals, get a really good turnout.
And names in the hat for the next round of the draw on Monday. Does that give you motivation, or does it cause a distraction on Tuesday?
I don't think it does either. So if it's a really big glamorous tie, well, it has as much motivating factor for Emley as it does for us. So it doesn't give us any form of advantage whatsoever. I think that the thing is, with the advantage of being at Seal Park is now gone. It probably tips things back a little bit in their favour. We saw what they did with Widnes, getting a draw at Widnes and then dismantling them. To be fair, we took them back to Emley. So the draw's neither here nor there. We need to deal with what we need to deal with first. We need to get past Emley on Tuesday night. So yes, I'll look who we've got if we win, but it doesn't affect what we do in that game in terms of selection or motivation or anything. I think the lads know. The lads were down a bit after today. We've had to pick them up a little bit. They know that there was a massive opportunity missed. They've got to now go and put that right and show the right attitude Tuesday.
Thanks, David.
Cheers,
See you on Tuesday.